we're casting 4 Mirages in a row yesterday,
my God, yeah.
and now we're free. As, well, free like a spring chicken is Rigon out towards mid quite swiftly here. They have a lot of map control to work with the Eagles, and that's a shot from Acor. A big one indeed, followed up with the second blood splattered in the donut. And Kios has an absolute freebie here. This one didn't even get started for the Eagles.
Yeah, they're going to struggle to even get the bomb down here. Could go wrong, and is, and potentially will. Acor catching flak as well. Flatro snapping into a couple of heads now with the bomb ticking. Bodies are dropping, one-on-one, and a 1 bullet shy. Isaac will dance around the pillar. GXX has got the advantage and just needs to put one away. He can't hit it. A bit of a fumble. A lovely attempt from the Eagles. They flip the script and fumble.
Yeah, that is a bit of an awkward moment right there towards the tail end. But if you're GamerLegion, and after those opening exchanges, especially those 2 shots from Acor, they were absolute bangers in towards the donut position. You didn't convert that one, you would have been feeling very troublesome. You have to be enjoying the plant going down, though. It's going to set Bad News Eagles up in force buy territory if they would like. And the buyout for GamerLegion, of course. Now, this is it.
Maybe a plucky contender into one to be respected. Quick shot out of that Deagle, bit of chip damage, intention into mid. It could be Kios and should be. He's only got 9 bullets left and he's been run on down. They're on a very light pistol, but a nice frag out of GXX does get mopped up nicely. Yeah, Shui looking for a little bit of info. It's faded now and he's really exposed. He goes for the deathmatch. Synopsy brought to 10 HP. Acor trying to finish the job. Rigon could swing on the trade, but Synopsy doesn't need any help. That's a high impact entrance into his frags. The first 2 on the AK-47 and now leaving Imet in a rather dire strait. Now, does he hard clear this? There's no way Synopsy should be getting away with another one. He has 3 frags, 2 of which on 10 HP.
I think the thing is, you're not expecting Synopsy to take that risk, to take that control in towards the cave position. Right? We knew he was dinked. Shuri would have definitely communicated that part of the information. And for the Eagles, they're not spreading their wings right now. They're actually just taking their time, allowing Synopsy to explore into the second section of cave. Rigon's going to join him, and the rest are setting up for an execute in towards the site.
You've seen an Eagles talent, right? I mean, they look like they could do some damage on the attack.
Should be a save here.
It's done enough. I mean, this is really just a one-man band. Harmonica, cymbal, little snare.
I think a curious conversation to have about both of these teams here is what type of Counter-Strike we're going to see from them in the best of threes. Right? For Bad News Eagles especially, we know that they're a momentum-based team. We know, based off the previous major, that they can get work done. But when it comes down to the best of threes, that's when the faith starts to not dwindle, but it gets questioned, right? Yeah. And there's good reasons for that. These teams aren't on our screens every second week in the partner tournaments. And I guess that's the positive sign of all of this, is that these teams have come through the open circuit that the major does provide. And that's what's so exciting about both of these names now facing one another. Guaranteed, one of these 2 teams will be making their way as the second squad for today into that legend stage. Mouse.
Early presence into mid. The Eagles up and over. Very good pace behind this. And, ooh, the nade will avert Kios's gaze. Smoke as well, but down to 50.
They do have this main control.
Don't
worry about the main control, Alex. I was starting to talk about something not so important, but maybe it will come into play now. They are expecting this to be the B maneuver. Now, Shui completely undetected here. They will not be expecting him to be around the world. So if they decide to go back through T-Spawn, they will have to clear him out first. And the job for the remainder of the GamerLegion players is to hold them in place while Shui continues to investigate in the back turn to freebie, and he can just walk on out.
That's a lot of information. Not only has he walked through A-Horse, he's cleared through mid, or at least partially. Shui now even looking to finish the job. He's walking on right behind them. Now, there might be ships in the night in this one. Bravely, knife out, strafing through mid and pivoting to the wide open A site. Now, it's up to Isaac. Puts his head in the vice. Quick snap out of Rigon. Tagged up, but bomb planted. And that's a nice, just mid-round call, reacting off of that early CT push. And Shui, despite that very well-intentioned flank, it has opened up for another likely save.
That's curious right there, the fact that they respond in that fashion, because I guess there's 2 options for Shui. Either he continues to push or he drops back towards A. It's unlikely he lingers around mid. It was curious as well that he took down Flatro, who was the player closest towards Red House. So you're assuming, okay, maybe they haven't actually taken that control when you do find that frag. And they were correct, but outmaneuvered here by the Eagles. So a great start to draw things level 2-2. Now, I wanted to make sure did IEM's name justice. I asked him, I said, you know, I seen you, talking about it, and there's one that he doesn't like, so we'll avoid that. But a play style thing, I think, and the fact that Bad News Eagles have been able to draw this back, they're likely here if they can avoid these 3 prickly rifles, or at least barrel them over to grab themselves a 3rd in the early stages, and that's a great sign because I think for Bad News Eagles, if they can get themselves 4 or 5 early, that means they can be off the hook a little bit more, right? They can take a few more risks. They can be that more of that flary squad. Now they are setting themselves up for an A split here. Smoke up towards B lane, one towards Red House. A-Core in towards the donut position. Silence Dem 4 in hand, and Molly in his face. Has to step forward into the fight, gets the double of the triple for A-Core, locks them down, the bomb's loose.
Well, you're talking about prickly rifles. It's A-Core who has single-handedly dispatched of the Eagles on this A split. Rigon did slink through the smoke though, may not be ready. A-Core unawares. Caught back, clawing back now. GXX established on the site. There may be an opportunity in towards that CT player. Lurching forward is Shui. Tucked in for now. Waiting for them to make the next move. It's Rigon as well that will look to clear out on this Kios flank, and a quick headshot out of the AK. GXX spotted, and Shui does extend. Wow, aggressive. Didn't need to, but does.
Into this, running into the wall. Deep smoke's deployed, needs to soften up. Oof, and that one will do exactly that. Scenario and Flatro tickled on down. This isn't the fiery start I was expecting here between these two. These names in the server, I just thought they were going to stand and bang, and there's still plenty of time for exactly that. One of the keys with Synopsys' position here as well being forward, he can hear a lot of rotations if they're not careful in Legion about that shift key. Or your preference of bind. Not everybody uses shift key to walk. You know, I won't throw you all into that bucket.
Shout out to my mouse walkers out there. It's a very small club.
So much space available here for Bad News Eagles. They have all of B lane. They could go into cave if they wanted. Oh, Kios, I think he's been spotted here. I think
That's a very forward position. Yeah, he's going to be forced wide on that, I think. Yeah, spread. Oh, bailed out from downtown. That was a long-range smoke from Emmett.
The nade followed. He's on fire.
Okay.
Oh, that's 2 of them. Okay. Eventually they get that necessary kill, but the rotation back now.
Yeah, I mean, mission accomplished. You know, the CTs, they don't have answers A. Isaac, I tell a lie, through mid, does shut down one, and Synopsys is next victim, and triple from the M4. Very efficient use of that magazine, and now Rigon comes a knock, and you think he may have spotted a barrel. You can see he's locked on, fixated onto A-Core's position. Nade chips away at Rigon, continuing to walk. Great angle, Shui, a freebie. And that's the end of that. GXX holding on to the big zoom banger. And so, yeah, returning to the CT slew. It's 2 from GL. We could get a Glock to the back of the head, and can't quite adjust into Imi, but now with bomb low, GXX's hopes do wane. Nice one, catching Isaac on the rotation. Does have the bomb under CT rule, so very hard for him to make anything out of this, especially considering their setup. Look at this. I mean, an AWPer can only fire 1 bullet at a time, Chad.
I'm surprised he hasn't gone looking for a rifle here to see if he can make this one more doable. He's going to have to try and bait a shot, get away from the second. I don't know how you pull a round like this off now that he's unscoped.
A quick scope for the Century here. Onto Imi and get away. Oh, okay, he hits it. Spots the other. Flashing again. Go on, GXX, you spicy man. Takes the pot shot. Rifle sounds good. Smoke, then swing. Kios has none of that, as we do see another 3-piece bargain bucket. Kios this time with the triple.
Bit of a grimace there from poor GXX. A great attempt.
Yeah.
A great attempt.
I mean, he did manifest exactly what the only way in which he got himself into a one-on-one.
Had to hit exactly that shot to make it even possible.
Also, obviously, we aren't in the comms, but like, as we said, there was a timeout in each of the ones with a compromised buy, and now a compromised round for BNE. Aggression thrown into the mix. Ime takes down one of that B commit pack, and they are all there, gathered now, and the CTs are getting answers quick. Look, Kios, he's just walked straight through Pylon, nothing home. Rigon, however, into the site, kicks open the front door. GXX onto A-Core, and Ime now with, burnt alive. May have been heard, unable to deny. A pacey one here. Could end badly through the flames, the double spray, needs the fresh mags, and Opsy on the pillar. 40 HP is not ideal, does get distracted by the flash, and now a 1 versus 2 for Isaac. Not the most ideal of weapons. Buying time, goes wide. Isaac not aware of that cave reposition, and GXX.
Belly.
And GXX and Scenario often just looking like they're happy to be here, you know?
I love the smiles on the faces.
Yeah, real gentlemen as well.
But this is the thing, and I think right now during this little economical, unless things start to get out of control, we can discuss the BNE story, right? Last time round, the fact that they make it to the top 16, this team, you know, they get the painted with the puggy brush. They don't have an organization. They're their own squad. They build this, the sticker money. This is kind of what the majors are about, right? These guys are their own boss.
Oh,
and if you can keep coming to every single major, that's all this is about. The biggest, the top of the Counter-Strike mountain here.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, everyone can understand the beauty in the juxtaposition. The fact that some of the teams they're beating on these major runs have got support staff, psychotherapists, sports massagists, massaging their gamer hands, and BNE just showing up and fragging out. I think we can all love that. Frags come through, nothing too concerning. Now, I do like him there, trying to creep and crawl. Rigon, though, with a very preemptive spray. He seems aware. And, oh, the whole squad very well switched on. And that'll do. 5-5. Just to scoop it up. Does so and elopes silently.
A real gap here for them to access. If they head over top mid, Isaac's tucked in towards the cutout. This is a very strong position, hard to clear. Aiko needs to be careful with the steps. Doesn't want to be too noisy. Might be heard. And then this command setup on the B bomb site of Imet and Shui.
I'm just so glad that water bug is gone forever.
Is it?
Isn't it?
No.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll talk to him when they get here. And Aiko's going to have a bit of talking to him as well. See you later, Scenarii.
Yes. You know what they say when you assume makes an ass out of you and me.
Okay,
I figured a year had passed. Okay, sorry.
It's all right. No. It's fine. It's fine. We'll address these things as they come out.
Yeah. When I see that Valve polo, I'm just going to hand them a short list.
Imagine if that's Valve polo.
I
love this. Look how quick he's across.
Yeah, but and that's the angle Shui shouldn't, being the operative word, be ready for. Now Synopsy, another opening death. He's going to be tutting his tongue. Shui clicking his mouse, still patrolling and maintaining control of that vital cave position. Now, Flatro has parked the bus. He has got across to the box, and perhaps will be able to be a little bit of a later addition.
Yeah, they don't need to really search for information. I love this setup that GamerLegion are rocking right now. So the early warning system is quite clearly this position of Kios, but you can see he can just see if they get into Donut. Then you've got Acor over towards the A site playing in that... Oh, hold up a second. GXX is having a look. Do they want to transition? And the search party, Kios steps out, grabs one, and not done. The second onto Flatro. That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, but you can all empathize with GXX in that position. Just on scopes, a quick switch, and just not enough time to get his eye to the scope. Kios, a massive multi. Big double. Puts Bad News Eagles into the tailspin. Scenarii with the bomb and just cowering. There is a push coming, so let's see if Isaac... Yeah, not ready for Scenarii, so... That does open up the playbook a little, but the time's still a bit awkward, is it not?
The time's the biggest issue here. I don't want to say a save, but maybe that has to be the best option. Unless Rigon can get this kill, and then maybe we have a different chit-chat, but there it is.
Yeah, conversation continues. That's a well-placed smoke. Scenarii may not be ready for Acor, and now we talk about time again. Rigon's been great finding them entries, but with the amount of time he's got left, he's just going to be caught by Shui, and he's...
Creep and crawl and look for the heads.
Well, I like the juggle of the sniper for that 9 HP. Acor, however, maybe losing HP a bit too fast. Rigon just pre-fire through. Flatro flatlines another, and it's up to Acor's rifle. GXX on the trade. Good enough. Gets it done. Bomb now down and running out of options here for the CTs. Good nade damage. Chips further away at GXX. Isaac posted. Scenarii really does not want to be taking that fight first. Nice forward position. They do seem aware. GXX forward again to post his second. And yeah, Kios, sure, he's got the kit, but I think he's not interested in a 1 versus 3. Just simply no time. Yeah, one would be nice. And Scenarii is not selling.
He's there, and Scenarii very fast. That's the opener.
Oh, they are fiery. There's some pace behind this. And Acor, that's ballsy. They could be flashing through, running through. Instead, though, pivot to Donut. Nice angle. Doesn't get it done. Chips away at Scenarii, but the A site now surely lost. Stack it up. Smokes. Taking some space. Rigon, though, moth to a flame straight in to burrow into the CT corner. He'll be able to relay information if there's any loud steps stampeding through that temple rotation. Shui has gone down, and upon the fade, not clearing through. Brilliant half. All things considered, GamerLegion 8. Bad News Eagles 7. Take it to the defense. We'll see if they can remain.
Had to put in the grave.
Yeah, and the odds as dead even as our first half. Love this from Rigon, and IEM, quite the opposite. In fact, I'd argue he probably hates that.
Guys, they have B lane control.
Yeah, the part of the map I was responsible for. No info anymore. Oh, Synopsy, another satisfying click out of the USP. And into the site, looking like GXX is doing the same. In fact, they're going to struggle to plant that bomb. Isaac tries his luck, and a flawless CT pistol. Chad, I worry this immediately.
Oh, okay, Synopsy, you've got players behind you as well, mate. You can't flick 180 like that.
Flatrone. It's got flair to it as he leaps around. You can tell he knows what he's up against. And yeah, just the one casualty.
Conversation needs to get started. Three-man mid-defense.
Love an aggressive in-game leader. Shui, this time, the opening death. It's at the hands of Rigon. And BNE, they're just happy to brawl. You want to fight early? We can fight early. GXX may go down to the walk. Never mind. Very aware of his angles. Immet deleted, and BNE are heating up. This was the first gun round.
Nines, quick out mid here.
Synopsy might be feeling the pressure fast. A flash turned nicely, and Rigon's already solved the problem. A triple kill on that mid rush.
And the first was onto Shui. So right now, the opening kills, they were level coming into this round between those two individuals. 3 successful for Rigon and 3 unsuccessful. The same conversation for Shui. Now Rigon's actually ahead of Shui. Tech 9, bit of armor, a couple of deagles, light util, and space again mid. This time they haven't just been completely bombarded. Chaos is up close and personal and coming through, and Synopsy blind has to run.
He knows.
To tuck tail.
He knows, but he's got a good headshot into Synopsy. The helmet saves his life. Shui just tucks through. GXX unawares. Huge impact from Shui. Finally starting to get it rolling, only for a moment, as we do see a very quick response. Knee-jerk CT rotations deal with the threat, and yeah, this one will peter out. Just going to be Immet on that dig.
They don't know where he is at all. You can see on the radar right now that they're looking and checking everywhere, but the bomb's down in mid. Traditionally, in a situation like this, the key would be to lock that down, but the only one really close to it is Flatro. Scenario can chip in and help. Rigon floating over now. Immet, does he have a bit of a gap here to work with?
He's been intermittently checking lane.
Rigon's watching this.
Oh yeah, he's completely locked in. Here he comes back as well. Flash for the peek and a quick, snappy headshot, but about all you can write home about for them.
Line is sticking strong, or
bang,
not so strong. Shui finds an entry. Now they need the conversion.
And Shui meets his maker. It's Synopsy. Keeping level with him. 16 frags apiece for those two. And Imi undeterred, and Flatro does get caught by the Tech 9 through the smoke. Full commitment coming in. Synopsy 2 for the price of 1. Buy 1, get 1 free. It's nearly 3. Scenario with 2. Vibes are immaculate on Ancient. Back into aggression now. As you can see, Scenario might have to do a lot if he wants to hold this ramp. Deters now for an extra 5 seconds. Wants to get a smoke on top of it. Considers it. Then the AWP in support and a flash instead. Calls it clear. Lots of moving parts now. Rigon to activate on that mid-rotate.
And all that happened, and we still have 1:25 on the clock. And there's a mid-push coming. Like, in their face. Hey, where are you? Oh, we're coming to fight right here, right now.
They just want to end it. Like, 16's so close. And Rigon just hitting his shots. Nearly 2. Isaac limping now. Bomb and knife in hand. Does want to perhaps second-guess that. I mean, the knee-jerk reaction from Eagles is send someone A to check, but
you can't play a traditional game of Counter-Strike here. You're not being allowed to. You're not given the room to. You're just being absolutely blown out of the server with this constant aggression. The in-your-face style of Bad News Eagles has rocked GamerLegion here.
Yeah, faking the death cam successful, though. Both of the Eagles considering that A slip to be the likelihood, but as the util reigns in, it's a very clear indication that they might have perhaps got that one wrong. Isaac, bomb plant safely, uncontested. Retake util in the form of a smoke and an incendiary nade combo. Isaac very susceptible to that HE. On GXX. Scenario forward, A-core frag. Back and forth into the one-on-one. Loses that smoke. It would be great now on the corpse of his fallen teammate. GXX doesn't look to retrieve and actually just gonna drop the incendiary nade
that
and hope.
That might be it.
4, 3, 2, A-core gets it done. Extends play.
To break the Eagles.
Shui, pacey, and dead. Chaos Does get the trade onto Rigon. Stops him from finding any more, but I mean, he's certainly found a fair share already. Synopsy should have Kios dead to right. Will play it passive and loses that line on the cross. The smoke's still up. Kios has slipped the net. See, Synopsy's going to be using his teammates' monitors as well, just for any situational awareness available. There is a presence there in Flatro, and, well, Flatro has solved the problem. Bad News Eagles just finding all the frags necessary to wrap up their map pick here. Are 2 away from closing it out in convincing fashion and maintaining this rather convincing CT side that we've been discussing.
I just can't believe how cavalier they are in these situations. That rotation from Flatro, he made steps the
here
entire time. Yeah, it's like, do you want to fight? Because I do. Like, I'm ringing the dinner bell,
yeah.
Right? And I'm the one who's eating. What are you meant to do if you're Emma and you're A-core? You're stranded. You have mid, but you aren't close to a bomb site. You need to make it through donut towards A, up through red towards a split of either variety, or back over towards B. And well, here comes Synopsy again.
And just around the corner in time, Synopsy, though, has got their number. And looking to stamp their ticket to a 1-0. It's good. Ancient in the back. Bad News Eagles impressing us here into our second day of...